Have you ever wondered why some people seem impossible to break? They stay calm when others panic. They stay focused when others get distracted. They stay disciplined when others give up. At first glance, it looks like they have more talent, more intelligence, or better circumstances. But psychology reveals something different. The real difference is often self-control, the ability to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions in a world designed to distract you, tempt you, and pull you in every direction. Self-control has become a superpower, and the people who master it often achieve what others only dream about. This is the power of self-control. The first thing you need to understand is that self-control is not about being perfect. Many people think self-control means never making mistakes, never feeling temptation, never struggling, but that's impossible. Even the most disciplined people experience temptation. They feel lazy sometimes. They feel angry. They feel distracted. The difference is not what they feel. The difference is what they choose to do. Because self-control is not controlling every thought. It's controlling your response to those thoughts. The second secret is understanding the battle between short-term pleasure and long-term success. Your brain is naturally attracted to immediate rewards. Scrolling social media, watching another video, procrastinating, choosing comfort over effort. Psychologists call this instant gratification, and while it feels good in the moment, it often creates regret later. Self-control is the ability to sacrifice a small pleasure today for a bigger reward tomorrow, and that's what separates successful people from everyone else, because every meaningful achievement requires delayed gratification. The third lesson is learning to control your emotions. Most people believe emotions control them. If they're angry, they react. If they're stressed, they panic. If they're sad, they quit. But emotionally strong people understand something important. Emotions are temporary visitors. They come and go. You don't have to obey every emotion you feel. Just because you're angry doesn't mean you need to argue. Just because you're nervous doesn't mean you need to stop. And just because you're discouraged doesn't mean you need to quit. The ability to stay calm when emotions are intense is one of the highest forms of self-control. The fourth secret is controlling your attention. Today, attention is under attack. Notifications, social media, endless entertainment. Every app is competing for your focus. And most people don't even realize how much of their attention is being stolen. But powerful people guard their attention carefully because they understand something most people ignore. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention is scattered, your results will be scattered. If your attention is focused, your progress becomes powerful. Self-control begins with controlling what you allow into your mind. The fifth lesson is the power of saying no. Many people think success comes from saying yes to opportunities. And sometimes that's true, but often success comes from saying no. No to distractions. No to toxic habits. No to things that don't align with your goals. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. That's why self-control requires decision-making. You can't build an extraordinary life while constantly choosing what is easy. Sometimes growth requires uncomfortable decisions. The sixth secret is building discipline instead of relying on motivation. Motivation feels amazing. When motivation is high, everything feels possible. But motivation is temporary. Some days you'll feel inspired. Other days you won't. And if your success depends on motivation, you'll never be consistent. Self-control means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, because discipline continues where motivation ends. And over time, discipline becomes a habit. The seventh lesson is mastering your inner dialogue. Every day, thousands of thoughts pass through your mind. Some encourage you, others hold you back. The problem is that many people automatically believe their negative thoughts. I'm not capable. I'll probably fail. I'm not good enough. The more these thoughts repeat, the more powerful they become. But self-control includes controlling your mental environment, learning to question destructive thoughts, learning to replace excuses with action, and learning to speak to yourself with honesty rather than negativity. Because your mind becomes stronger when you stop feeding it weakness. The eighth secret is understanding that freedom comes from self-control. This sounds strange at first. Many people think self-control is restrictive. They think discipline takes freedom away. But the opposite is true. Lack of self-control creates dependence. Dependence on emotions. Dependence on distractions. Dependence on bad habits. True freedom comes when you can control yourself. When your emotions don't control you. When your habits don't control you. When your impulses don't control you. That is real freedom. Self-control grows when you willingly face difficult things. When you continue despite resistance. When you choose growth over comfort. Because comfort rarely changes your life. Challenge does. And finally, the most important lesson of all, self-control is a skill, not a personality trait, not a gift, not something reserved for special people. It's something you build, one decision at a time, one habit at a time, one moment of discipline at a time. Every time you resist a distraction, you strengthen it. Every time you control an emotional reaction, you strengthen it. Every time you choose long-term growth over short-term comfort, you strengthen it. And eventually, those small choices become a powerful identity. The truth is, the strongest people in the world are not always the smartest. They're not always the most talented. They're often the people who learn to control themselves. Because when you control your emotions, your habits, your focus, and your actions, you gain something incredibly powerful. You gain control over your future. And maybe the power of self-control isn't just about becoming more disciplined. Maybe it's about becoming the kind of person who can create the life they truly want. Subscribe to Mental Whispers for more videos about psychology, emotional intelligence,